I've gathered you all here. Okay. I really wanted to say something about the state of Behemoth Titan in Destiny 2. I don't feel like it's not that, sadly. It's like, this is my favorite subclass. I like using it. I love using it. It's fun. Especially with Diamond Lances and Glacial Chasm PvP where you slide past someone and they like, where the hell did you go? Like that. I like that about it. But it just feels underpowered compared to like the rest of the subclasses. So I'm proposing a change to Titan. I'm going to talk about Titan because that's what I believe I'm allowed to talk about because I'm Titan main. I cannot say many other things about the other classes because I did not play the other classes. So I'm thinking instead of the Tonic Harvest being Shattering Stasis Crystal creates a Stasis Shard, the Stasis Shards create memories picked up by your allies. Instead, I'd much rather have it do basically the seasonal artifact this season. Shattering case targets and crystals to deal increased damage. Shattering crystals release shards of ice that slow targets. Or like mixed between these two, like defeating case targets spawn crisis. These two mixed together are nice, but I would really like to have Hail of the Storm. It's as the make a wish thing of Tectonic Harvest. Then here's the problem: how do you make stasis shards with Titan? Oh, like the other free flowing subclasses or the other free flowing sub have fragments to it. Like this one right here, defeating a slow the frozen target gets class ability energy. Like that is nice, good class ability. But you can make it to where defeating a slow the frozen target is great class ability. Also, make a make stasis shards based on what level it is. Like if it's a major or minor or boss like that. Or we could even go with I don't know. Where is or this one? Nearby stasis shards track your position and grant melee energy. Like the you can mix that together this with the actual base thing of stasis shards that restore melee energy like that. You have base thing with they track you. And the way, but then you say, oh, how do you make them without having to defeat frozen or slow targets? Okay, how about where is it? Instead of your melee recharges 2 times faster than this, we totally redesigned this one to where this is the one size fits all one. Where you have two because in other subclasses you have two ways of generating and one buff. So I would say like you have the one buff here, but you get overshield. But I would say defeating a target, shattering freeze the shattering defeating or shattering a target or defeating a slow the frozen target. Shattering stasis crystal or defeating a slow the frozen target gives you make stasis crystal. So like oh yeah, stasis crystal would be very easy to make a Titan. Yeah, because we have glacier grenade. But other classes can use glacier grenade as well. So if you want, like, oh, Titans would be good at it. Yeah, Titans are good at making glacial stuff. Hunters are good at slowing stuff. Warlocks are good at freezing stuff. Like cold snap grenades and glacial chasm. Each class is specified to do one thing, like Titans shatter, Hunters slow, and Warlocks freeze. Yeah. Well, I would say it's very balanced. And this one, like, dramatically increased weapon stability, area assist, not for freezing target for stasis. That is very good. But it's free stability, aim assist, and airborne effectiveness. It's free, but it's super hard to activate, which is the cost because you have to freeze the target. Like in PvP, if you're gonna freeze someone, you have to use cold snaps, which Warlock are very good at. So my proposal, I should say, is with the Titan, these fragments. This one gets reworked to where work makes this one makes the stasis shards, and this one over here also makes the stasis Like this one's makes stasis charge by shattering targets, shattering things. This one makes one by feeding frozen targets. This one will work with stasis crystals and frozen targets. This one will work with slow and frozen targets. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say. But if you look at the other 3.0 subclasses, except for Arc, of course, because Arc just makes a bunch of things. Like if you look at, Sentinel, you have this aspect here, which is Generator. Or where is it? This one. Which is Generator. Finish your final blows create a burst of damage that causes nearby combatants to be volatile. Defeating volatile combatants create a Void Breach. See? Void Breach. And then Void Breach naturally gives you class energy. But with this one here, picking up a Void Breach or a low power gets devour. So it's a buff for Void Breach. But then you have this one here. Defeating a weakened target creates overpower and a Void Breach. So you have two ways to make Void Breaches. Then let's head over to, I don't know, Sunbreaker Titan. You have this one here, a buff. When you pick up Fire Sprite, you get Restoration. You get a buff. And this one's a making one. Defeating Scorched Earth grants melee energy and creates a Fire Sprite. And then you have this one down here. Defeating Super Final Blows cause an ignition and create a Fire Sprite. So there's near on every single subclass except for Strand and Arc on Titan. Strand and Arc. The fragments there's two fragments that create and one that buffs. That gives you a buff for picking that up. Oh yeah. Because if you go look at Arc Titan, with Pulse Nades and Touch Thunder naturally make Ionic Traces, which is your class thing. And here, defeating Jolt the target creates an Ionic Trace, you also have that. And this one here, Arc Weapons Combos have a chance to make Ionic Trace as well. But there's no buffs for picking up an Ionic Trace. You look through these, there's absolutely 0 ones that give you a buff by a fragment for picking up an Ionic Trace. Because Ionic Trace, if you read the thing, Ionic Trace, a pure arc energy that travels across the ground, taking towards carbon, picked up, it grants ability energy. It gives energy to all of your abilities, not just one. So I would say that's pretty good. Then we have Strand Titan. Tangles are made by defeating targets affected with any strand debuff. Any strand debuff. We have this one here, which is defeating targets with strand grants melee energy. So you gain melee energy. Then you have Into the Fray. Destroying Tangle or catching your super grants woven mail. So you have two buffs here. But then you have you have one way to create. You have one woven mail, final blows, great technicals. If you look through the rest of these, all of these are at least most of these. Like Suspending Burst, Sever, and Unraveling Rounds, those are just tangles are byproducts of it, not products. Unlike this one. But on Strand, there's two ways to buff on Titan, or buffs for tangles, and there's only one thing, which is woven map, and one way to create, other than applying debuffs. So yeah, this is really what I wanted to say, because I just want Titan to feel like I played in Season of Lost, so after Titan nerf. It's just stasis. I started playing majorly in Season of Lost. I started in Splicer, but I started playing majorly in Season of Lost. Head over to just prove this for a second. Head over to Strat Trackers. Head over to Seasons. Go to Career. Season of Lost ranks 223. You see how there's no other ones? It's because they only started tracking them in Season 15. I only started getting them from Season of Lost. So I played a lot of Season of Lost. I barely played Spicer. I played everything else, pretty much, but I didn't play as much as I played in Season of Lost. Oh, I didn't play much Season D2. I was taking a break from D2. Like, if we could just have some, like, if we had the new exotic that made, that would be fine if we just get a new exotic that made Titan make this make the Titan kit for stasis actually good, like a leg exotic, because we only have 5 of those. Well, actually, no, we have multiple of those. Or I was thinking more, let's say more of a bunch of arm, bunch of head, and we have very few chest plates. So I was thinking of, oh, a new chest plate, but we already have a stasis buffing chest plate. But I really don't have a I really can't say anything what Bungie makes. I'm just trying to put my input. Because this is good. Like, my input helps me a lot with the build of canvas for that bridge cap. So, it helps me a lot. Because I can create stasis crystals on the dot. But if you put on. But I don't know about the other subclasses, so if someone else can talk about this, which I asked a couple of friends to join me for this, sadly they are all at work. But yeah, I really just want this to be like the other Steve free bonus subclasses to where we make the fragments are the creations, but the aspects are the uses, the ones that use it. Because if we look at the light, if we compare stasis to strand, there's only one way of creating it, or one way of creating it, or mill by fragments. This one right here. But tangles are also made from debuffing any strand targets. So, and this class has multiple ways of debuffing things. There are not many ways of debuff by their fragments if you look at them. Their fragments are old and based around a lot of different based around old knowledge and old inputs and all that. The game has changed a lot. So let's change the subclasses, give it an update. Well, I believe this is all I have to say for this. I wish you all a good day. Have a wonderful dawning. Yeah.